Hello, hello. This is Car Manufacturer. It's a video game where you create your own factory and manufacture your own cars. That's interesting now, isn't it? Alright, so I've played a bit with this game just, to get a feel of it. I think I have a good strategy, so let's dive in right into it. Alright, so I call this. I think I get a cool name for this. Alright, I think I'll be aiming for Fury. It doesn't sound bad. Alright, let's go with Fury. We'll use the bunny. The bunny is looks nice. I don't know if cities kind of change anything. I think the lot is a bit different, but Alright, there's 4 lots in this. I think you can expand later on, buy more lots. Alright, let's not get over our heads. Let's go Detroit. I think Detroit is very, car city, car manufacturing city. So let's choose Detroit. Alright, so we keep bankruptcy on and we will start at 1885. We'll be making like good cars very early. We'll corner the market and we will control everything. Alright, let's start. Alright, so this is an indie game. It is in early release, so maybe there will be some bugs, I don't know. But in the time where I've tested the game, it was perfect. I didn't have any trouble. Alright, so let's start with cleaning out the lot. We lose a bit of money when we're removing stuff, like the shed, for example. I think we lose 20 bucks, but that's fine. We make more money. We make back money like 120 when we remove trees. I don't want to remove trees, but I want the space, so we're gonna remove everything, and we'll okay. So we lose money when we remove these two, but I don't think we're gonna use this for anything. So we'll remove it. Right, perfect. Now we're gonna start making our layout for the factory. I want to make a factory and research all at the same, and I want it to be here. I want the parking lot to be in this space, and then I want to use this space here for, selling. All right, so let's start. Building. First, we're gonna need a building. So we can make it brick or metal. I think metal is more suitable. All right, so what we want is gonna have it be long. I want to start with I want to be able to manufacture more than one car, so we kind of like be fast at it, but at the same time we want it to be long just for future proofing. So that kind of maybe we want to change a bit the layout so we can add more modules to do more stuff. Alright, we're gonna modify things anyway later on, but we're gonna give ourselves enough space. So we want like 3 lines side by side. To add a door, it's not necessary to add a door. I think they can come in. The workers, they can come in through the garage doors, but we'll give them a door just right here when they come, bring in the stuff from the train, and then we put kind of the pallets here. Alright, so first let's start with kind of building. Alright, so I'm kind of conflicted. Do I want to leave space for other modules, or let's make it as close as possible so the cars that we make kind of go directly into the parking lot, and then we'll remove them. I don't think that it penalizes us too much if we remove sections and then rebuild them. Alright, so we would like these pallets to be as close as possible, but then when we upgrade, maybe they will be in a way. And so what I'm gonna do, okay, so I'm gonna make I think it's gonna be a bit strange, but I'm gonna make 3 right here, and I think 3 are enough for now to stock everything for everybody. So maybe we're gonna add 1 here once it's not enough, and kind of make them a bit longer. All right. So now we want to choose the car that we're researching, but before that I need to finish the parking lot. I need to not get ahead of myself. Alright, so parking lot. Let's start with 6 parking zones for now. We need them to be a bit kind of like close enough so they don't block the door, but have enough space as well. And also I need them to be kind of like two parking spaces. All right, I'm gonna attempt that. I'm not sure if it's blocked, we're gonna kind of have to modify the position a bit, but if it's not, then we're good. All right, I think we're good. All right, so let's move this here and make it a bit smaller. All right, I don't know if you make it a little bit bigger, do I lose money? I don't know if I get money back when I'm deleting. All right, so I lose $1, but if I delete it, I don't gain it back. Maybe, I don't know. All right, so we're gonna put like 6 parking spots so we can give ourselves enough room, and then we're gonna add more once we make more cars. Perfect. Now let's go and make a brick building, a Roman building for selling these cars. All right, so we'll make it this size for now, and then we'll expand on it later on. Maybe if we can, you know, add more. I see the stairs here, so I guess we can go higher later on. All right, so we're gonna make a sales zone. We're gonna make it like a small one with a desk right in the corner, and just beside the desk and we're gonna make it small enough so that it fits, just fits right in here. Oh, you can't walk in. I'm sorry. I think we're gonna have to move this to the corner so that. Oh, it's still inaccessible. Maybe move it a bit from. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I did put a door in the building. All right. So we're gonna add a door here so that people from the outside can come in, and maybe we can add a door here too. I don't know if they want to access from this direction as well. All right, perfect. Now we are ready to manufacture our first car. The first thing that we have to do is, you know, name the car. I'm gonna name it the Duke. The Duke. So this is the first car. It's called the Duke, the Fury Duke. And there we go. We're good. We're almost there. We're gonna put the Duke in for selling. We're gonna use door-to-door advertisement. We're not gonna release the car just yet since we have nothing manufactured and we have nobody hired. And now we're gonna need to start hiring people. Oh, I forgot. I need to put kind of like a dedicated zone for research. We're not gonna hire any researchers at first because, you know, just because the research advances too quickly, and we do not want to, you know, be too quick. It doesn't matter at first, so really kind of like not that important. So we're gonna add a research blueprint spot, and then we're gonna add a couple of desks, one here and one here, so that a couple of researchers can do the research while, you know, at the back of the factory while people are working. Now let's get to hiring. First, we'll start by hiring. So what the plan is to start working with 2 mechanics per car. For stocking people, I think it's the easiest. I'm gonna hire kind of like one good like stocking person, one kind of mid road, and one terrible one to save money. So we have 3 people doing the stocking. There are 3 pallets, so I guess it's gonna be fine. I don't know how much they impact the speed in which this is taking place, but that's fine. We're gonna need the salesman, and we're gonna get a good salesman. So this is kind of like necessary if we want to sell cars with no hurdles. And now we have to hire mechanics. And so we're gonna start with only one car, with manufacturing a single car at first, and then we're gonna expand to have like the whole 3 slots until we advance enough. And so in order to manufacture one car, I'm gonna hire 2 engineers, only 2 at first. So we're gonna have a good engineer and also a cheap engineer, and this is gonna be like in a measure of saving money. I think the good engineer is gonna cover for the other one, so it's fine. Now we're gonna take a look at the price of our car, and we need to price it properly so we make money and also let the car sell effectively. So the price of the car, so what we're doing is that we pay for the parts of the car, we pay 162, and the income is 113. I think this part cost is only the part cost. It does not factor in the workers that we need to pay. And so what we need to do is take a look. So we pay this guy, I think we pay him per, so it's a salary, is it per month or is it per week? I didn't look, I don't know. So this is a salesman. So we can add and we can subtract from it. Okay, we'll operate on, let's say it's the expenses per month. If it's not, we're gonna adjust later on. Alright, so we pay him $18 per month, right? And we have a single guy, so we have one salesman. We're gonna have one salesman per operation, so we're gonna leave him to the side for a bit. And then we have, for the entire operation, we have 3 transporters. We're gonna say we're allocating about kind of like 2 transporters, I say a transporter per car, and the average is about 15 bucks for a transporter. So a car is gonna cost us in manufacturing about 15 bucks in transportation, and 2 mechanics with an average, let's say, okay, so it's 27, so we'll say also about like 15 bucks. It's not exactly 15 bucks, but we're gonna consider like 15 bucks. So a car is gonna cost us about 30 bucks in manufacturing, kind of like handiwork, in addition to the transporter, a single transporter for like 15 bucks, so it's like 30 bucks. And for the salesman, we're gonna consider that a salesman is gonna sell a line of cars. So if like you're producing 3 cars, this salesman is gonna be like, it's gonna cost us like six bucks per car. We're gonna say a month if we're producing this a single car per month. A salesman, we're gonna divide by 3, and so this is kind of like a single car per month, like I said, on a monthly basis. So we're gonna look at our car, and so we're making 113. If we sell in a single car per month, we're making 113 on the car, and 30 of which, and as we determined, about 36 bucks of this is gonna be for, you know, the workers' expense, and so we're good. So we're making a buck. We can actually increase this. According to the tutorial, we can put it at 90. So we're actually really comfortable with this. But we have to consider this math later on when it gets a bit complicated when you're hiring more people, because we can become not profitable very quickly if we don't put that in consideration. Be like, oh, 90%, that's a lot, but actually you're not considering the expenses of electricity, and which is $3 per month apparently, and you don't consider the people that you're paying. All right, let's not waste more time and let's open up. Let's put the timer on a bit of slow roll, and we will start manufacturing our first car. All right, perfect. So we're manufacturing, we're gonna launch this, and we're gonna make the order, and there we go. We're making our car. We're gonna add a bit of speed until the car is manufactured. I think this door is a bit far. I think. Oh, okay. So it's not. It's actually in a good position. All right. Now we have to wait until the first car is manufactured and selling. All right. So we start slow. We're gonna manufacture a single car for now. As for research, I think we're gonna research kind of like in. Okay, so this is actually a good car. Maybe we're gonna introduce it later on when we see that the popularity of this car is a bit slower. We're gonna slow down, we're gonna introduce a new car. So for now, we're gonna make this car, right? All right, so the popularity of this car is growing quickly, and I think that's because the price is kind of like 90%. It's only $307, you know, mind you, by $1885, but I think it's still good. It's a good bargain. All right. Oh, we have the first car manufactured already, so I guess we have to release it. All right, let's get it released and let's get it selling. All right, let's see our first customer. Uh-huh. Unsatisfied customer, a second unsatisfied customer, and a third unsatisfied customer. God, this guy is bad. Is terrible at his job. All right, finally sold the car. All right, I think this guy is not good at his job, but he's selling. You know, we're not producing a lot of cars, so I guess it's fine for now. All right, we're gonna take a look at how we're doing in terms of. Okay, so we're selling about 2 cars a month, which means that we're actually making a good profit on this at 90%, which is good. But we have to keep in mind. So if we hire more people, we have to consider this. All right. All right. I guess we're selling the cars that we have in a parking lot, and what I would be trying to do right now is increase like the production until we have like a positive flow of cars. So let's do this. If we have a positive flow of cars, that would mean that we are producing more cars than we are selling, which means that we are kind of like we can reduce our production, and we want to have the maximum number of cars produced for the demand. We have to balance, you know, supply and demand, so we make the most amount of money out of it. All right, so we start manufacturing a second car, and then we're gonna see if we start filling the parking lot or not. So the parking lot is like a buffer zone, and if it's empty, if there is no cars at all, if the car, the moment it hits the parking lot, it's sold, that means that we are really kind of like not giving enough supply for the demand that there is. We want to be at least like two cars in a parking lot at any given moment, which would indicate that we are that we have kind of like balanced with the supply. And we want to have a little bit of stock too. You don't want the parking lot to be completely saturated. That means that you have more supply than demand. But I think we're good. I think this is good. Producing 2 cars is good because we're selling. I think it's even maybe we could even afford to make like run the third line and start making more cars, as we are gaining in popularity. We're gonna look at the tree and see if we can buy some stuff. All right, so this is just $100, which is good, and then advertisement is $500, which is good, which is gonna increase our popularity very quickly. This is also $100, so we can afford to buy this. The assembly line, and we want to get some stuff really quickly. This is 1,000, like 1,500, which is a bit costly for us. We are not making that much money for now, and so we're gonna leave it for a bit later, and we're gonna buy the $100 stuff so we can ensure that we can hire more employees, and also we can make like employee zones, so they are more efficient at their job. All right, since we have employee zone, we can add another one to the corner, kind of like here, right beside the research, so that employees can rest, and that would increase their efficiency, I think. All right, we'll make just a small zone here. It cost us $24, but it's worth it. All right. So we're balanced. We're selling cars, I think. As much as we are producing, I think our supply and demand is even. Since we bought advertisements, what we can do is buy more. Oh, I didn't actually factor this in, but yeah, you know, you get the gist. The price of the car is kind of, we're still making money on the car, so it's fine. So now we're doing flyers. All right. Our production is good. Our popularity of the car is increasing, and we can actually buy the next tier, an advertisement when we reach 50. But I don't think we're gonna have the money for it just yet. I think we're gonna start producing a third line of car. Actually, we can actually start hiring researchers and start researching the new model. Let's hire a. We gotta be a bit cheap, I think, because though we're making money, we gotta be careful with our margins not to make them too thin. And we're not gonna introduce a new car very soon, so I think we can skate by with a single researcher. It's gonna be slow, but you know, it's a quick car to research, and we will be paying like a limited amount of money on that, so we're not gonna be losing much. Perfect. We're actually gaining popularity really quick. Let's look at the. Alright, so base popularity is 1 and going up. I don't know what that means. 31% and trends 100%. And popularity gain is 2.5. I think we're good. We're gaining popularity, and I think we can look at this, and it's going quick. It's going up quick. Like over the year, this is our first year, but monthly we can see that it's going up quick. It's good. The price is good, and this is good. We're growing quickly. All right, so there's only one car in the parking lot, and it's already been bought. So we need to increase our production. Something I forgot. I need to hire 2 more mechanics, because we've been making 1 car per mechanic, which wasn't the plan. So let's hire 1 good mechanic and 1 mid-tier mechanic to start manufacturing this one. And also let's do the same. Let's hire 1 mechanic and 1 lousy mechanic for the third line, so we can start producing cars quicker. Probably this is too quick because we've been throttled by the fact that I only had 2 mechanics working on 2 cars. And this is why the speed of production didn't increase. Maybe even the sale didn't increase. Okay, so this is the popularity, and this is the sale. So so we've been selling 2 to 3 cars, which is good. It's not terrible, but we want more, because this car is it's trending very heavily. So we need more production. The new model is heading. I think it looks similar. So I think I'm gonna call it the Duke 2. So it'll be like the next car in. I didn't launch the production, man. I need also to make the order. All right, cool. Maybe we want also some more we want another handyman. We said, yeah, we keep him 3. I think 3 is good for now. All right, it's going well. Yes. Okay, this is good. This is going fast enough. It seems we're not making money quickly, but I think we have to play the long game here. Okay, it seems like the parking lot is getting too full, and so let's make Duke 2 and let's start producing Duke 2. We're gonna throttle. Okay, so we're making kind of like a sports car. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna stop this one, the production of this guy. So kind of like we throttle a bit the production of this car, because I think now we're producing more than we're selling. And we, in the meantime, all right, so this is done. And what we can do is that we can, once this car has been taken to the parking lot, what we can do is like we can stop making any car and select the Duke 2. And then we go here And let's see, it's the third order. I don't know if I have to remove it, but I can. And then confirm a new order, and then start working on this car immediately. Meantime, we want a new slot for selling, and we're gonna start selling this car. So we're gonna make it about the same size. It's a little bit larger, but that's okay. We're gonna add a desk here, and we're gonna oh, I gotta get out of this. So, and then we're going to select the Duke 2, and we will activate advertisement, and we will release it once we have one on the parking lot. Unfortunately, the parking lot is very full because we have created too much supply. So we're gonna pause one line until we sell these cars. And I'm gonna add 2 more parking spots. Alright, good. So we're post production on this, and we're gonna focus on producing the other car. Once it hits the parking lot, and it did, we're gonna start selling it. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the margin, and we're making at 70%. We're making already a lot more money on this car than the other one, and so this car makes us more money, and we can actually do it at 70 and it would be comfortable. But we're gonna do kind of like I want to make like 300 on it, which is 85, which is gonna be good for the balancing that we have computed at the start. So we kind of like spend, if we sell in 2 cars a month, that means that we're spending about 30 to 40 bucks per car. Per car, yes. So we no, per 2 cars, because we're selling 2 cars a month. So we're spending half of that amount, about 15 bucks per car on the workers, which is kind of like covered by the 300 bucks. So we're gonna release at 300 bucks, and we're gonna gain a lot of kind of like popularity. Now, you notice something. These people are now complaining about the quality of the car, and since we have reached this amount of popularity, our cars now are considered of low quality. And that's because now we need to increase the quality of the car. Now, this is 1500, which is a bit dangerous, because if we spend 1500, we're gonna bite the bullet and we're gonna spend it anyway. But spending 1500 is kind of like a risky move, because we need to unlock tools that allow us to build better cars. And I think these tools save the energy of the workers. Alright, we're gonna add some. I mean, there is no harm in that. And then we need to unlock the basic improvement tools which improve the quality of the car, so that we could sell more. Alright, so these cars are clearly becoming less popular. Alright. They're not selling as much. We are only producing a single car at a time, and the parking lot is already full. So I think I'm gonna throttle the production of this car completely, and until it sells, because we're not really making that much money now, are we? Okay, the new car is selling, which is good. Okay. Now, since we have a full parking lot of the Duke 1, and it's actually less profitable than because we make only $145 per car, like purely after we have gained back the money that we spent, without looking at the 90%. So we make $145 per car every time we sell, if we're selling 1 or 2 cars or 4 somehow. But you know, the average seems to be 2 cars, so we'll only be making about 200 bucks a month per car, but with this model, which is not as profitable as this, because this one will be making around more like double that money. So here's what we do. And we also have one single salesman, which is, I think, terrible. We're gonna hire another one. We'll hire this guy so we can sell more cars. As you can see, people are waiting here in line. Maybe that was the problem all along. All right. So we have 2 salesmen now, and we can sell a larger volume of cars now. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna convert this one to start making the Duke 2, and we'll let the Duke 1 be only produced by a single line, and that way we can control kind of the flow of it. So we're gonna change this to Duke 2. Yes. And then we're gonna go to order 2. We're gonna remove it, and we're gonna make the order. There we go. There are like $10 worth of tools that we threw away, but that's fine. That's okay for now. And then we're gonna focus on making the Duke 2 because it's more profitable. It's like not by percentage, but by the amount of money that we make per month on the car. This, let's call this, let's see what names they give us. 8? No. Town? No. Gold. What's with these names? Revolution. It looks revolutionary. I wouldn't. Let's call it revolution. That's fine. Let's keep it be. Let it be. All right. Let's see. Another. Oh man. It's fine. We're gonna research this, and we're not introducing them to the market anytime soon anyway. Let's see. Alright, so let's talk about quality improvement. So what we want is to buy this, guys, because this is going to give us quality improvement. And we also want to buy this guy, but I don't want to, you know, this is kind of like a delicate situation. We're going to wait a bit and before we improve the lives of our employees. Alright, let's add some tools for quality production. I think this one improves the quality of the car by 10%. I don't know, should I like add more so that it would kind of increase the quality each? 10% each. So if I add like 10 around here, that would make the car 100% more quality. I don't know. Alright, so I need to resume this because it's stopped. We need to resume this production so that we make more of the Duke and we sell more of the Duke. Alright. I guess I'll also end up adding more slots later on, but we're selling all the cars that we have in the parking lot, so this is cool for now. I'm not going to expand my operation of production just yet because I want to first add a you know what, maybe we can add kind of like a couple of productions that go onto the side right here. Maybe I'll consider it. Yeah, I'll add one. I'll add one at least, and if it's in the way, then I'll remove it later. So let's put it here, and let's put it right here. We're gonna add one for quality and one for speed, and we're gonna start producing. Which car would we produce? I think I'll produce the Duke 2 because it's also very popular. This is a bit far away, but it's gonna have to do for now. And there we go. We're producing cars. Now we're producing 4 cars, so we need to hire one more handyman and 2 more mechanics. And we're gonna keep with our scheme. So we're gonna hire 1 good mechanic and 1 lousy mechanic. And then for hands, we're gonna hire 2 more. And I think we're gonna hire like 2 good ones. Alright, cool. So we're producing more cars. We went down to 2,000 on this, so it's kind of a risk that I'm willing to take. I think this car is not selling anymore, man. I think I need to stop the production on this car. It's really taking up resources, but it's not really selling now, is it? It's 128 in. It's like I'm producing. Oh, did I? Oh, I did not start production on this one. Oh my God, I'm producing this. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. This is why we're really losing money. It's because I'm not paying attention. Oh God, I need to pay more attention to this. all right, it's fine. All right, I think we're gonna pick up speed at some point. We're losing money at this point. It's kind of making me nervous. But any car we put here, it's selling. So this is cool. This is cool. And research as well is going fine. We can actually add a, maybe buy a third slot. We don't have the money for it just yet, but we can buy a third slot and start selling like a sports car. We'll only have like a single production line for it, and we're gonna have it like very expensive. So it's like we don't care if it sells. It's gonna be as expensive as it could be. Alright. Alright, so we're selling cars, and maybe we need to have to jump ahead when something more interesting happens. Alright, so the research on this car is done, and we're gonna have to name it something. I want to name it, okay, so Frontier X was not terrible, but I want to name it something more specific. I'll call it the Spider. How about that? Alright, so this is Fury Spider, and we're gonna start producing it. We're selling cars, we're good. Kind of, we're teetering here. We're not making like sufficient money. I think maybe we're selling this car too cheap, man. So we have employees. Alright, let me see if I can find my finances. What is this? The sales. Okay, sales of this car. The Duke 2. I don't know how to read this. Alright, I think this is the finances. Alright, cool. So this is the finances. And there's the total cash, which is 2,000 at the moment. We have lost money significantly. And the black is the profit. And so we're a bit profitable, but not always. Sometimes we're like the white line, I guess, is our tech. So it's when we buy stuff, and the employees is the yellow line. So actually not losing any money on employees. It's just the parts, and I guess we're profitable in general. We're profitable. All right, so this is good. So this is good. Looking at this means that we're profitable. We can actually take loans. Maybe I should consider this. But loans seems a bit expensive. They only give us like 4,000, and we pay 200 a week. If we go to the balance, it seems like we are making about like maybe 700 on average when we are profitable. We're not buying tech, and when we buy tech, it's kind of like dip us a bit for a while. So we spend some time in the red. So I think loans are not worth it just yet. We have to start making more cars and selling more cars, and I think we'll see spike there at some point. So we're producing only one Duke for now. We're gonna start researching. I think it's equal here, but I'm gonna roll the dice anyway. This looks like a much better car. Alright, so this is gonna be the family car. We're gonna choose a name for it once it's done. But I don't think I'm gonna name it the Duke 3. I think the Duke are gonna need to look like this, kind of like boxy and short. Alright, it seems we're selling cars. We're gonna fast forward ahead a bit more and come back once we've got something more interesting happening. Because we're going kind of like slow at the moment. Alright, so we've been selling some cars and we've been making a bit of profit, but it seems like we're not moving fast enough. And also, I've noticed that we have a backlog of these cars kind of like forming here, and this is not good. So I think I'm gonna be ready to introduce the new car. I mean, the car is popular. It's not terrible. Also, by the way, I've increased the prices to 100% profit on both of them, so that we make more money on each car. But the popularity gain of this car and the other car is not good. And so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna introduce a third car. I'm gonna introduce the race car, and we'll hopefully add kind of like a new life to this. But I'm gonna cancel out the Duke for a while. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop production on this until this car is finished, and then we can start producing the other car. And then once these cars are sold off of the parking lot, we're gonna introduce the other car. And we're gonna produce a single car for now until it gains a bit of popularity. And we're gonna focus on the Duke 2 from now on, because it's actually, I think it's selling more, because we're making 3 times the Duke 2 and we have an equivalent number of cars in the parking lot. And so, yeah, so this is not a good sign. I think it's time to retire the Duke 1, unfortunately. So we're gonna move on and have a new car in production. Alright, so since the Duke 1 is now gone, we're gonna now start producing either the Revolution or the Spider. Let's see. The Revolution is a bit faster and heavier. Okay, so we'll produce the Revolution for a bit. We're gonna start production on it. We're gonna also first we're gonna have to find the order. I don't know that if I have to do that, but I'm gonna do it anyway. All right. We're gonna wait until the Duke sales is done, so we have still 3 cars, and I'm also gonna add a couple of more spots in the parking lot because it seems like we're getting congested. All right. And once the Duke is sold, we're going to remove the Duke from sale and we're going to replace it with the Spider or the Revolution, I think. Alright, so the Revolution is being worked on and the Duke is almost gone, almost all gone. We just need to sell these couple of cars and then we're going to start producing more cars. Alright, cool. Yeah, so we were still selling a lot of the Duke 2 than the Duke 1. And I think I believe so. So we're selling kind of like a car per month. And we haven't sold any of this car in the last month. So kind of like weaning on popularity. And I think we're gonna have to introduce a new car and see if we can kind of like re-energize our base with a new car. The Duke is not selling. We have 2 cars like in the parking lot. It's like terrible news. They need to sell. Come on, man, sell these cars so we can move on. Maybe these workers need another worker. I don't know. I think they're plenty fast enough because the demand is like really low. And we're stuck at 5,000, which is terrible. Oh, come on. One more Duke to be sold. Come on, customers. One more Duke. Come on, are you gonna buy Duke? Please buy Duke. Which one did he buy? He bought the Duke 2. Ah, man. Come on. Come on, you. Duke 1. Yes! We finally sold all of the Dukes. We can now start selling the this one. Alright, so this one's kind of more profitable already. I'm gonna go up to 100%, I think. It's adequate enough, and we're gonna activate both advertisement and we're gonna release the car so it sells as fast as it could. And when this sells, we make 400. So we make 439 per car, which is more. So it's kind of like more money per unit in a month. If we sell like 1 unit per month, even at the same average of units we sell in, we'd be making more money, which is good. Perfect. Now we see that we have amassed 7,000, and what I want to do is go to the technology tree, and I want to add this guy. It's a a quality control station. It costs 3,000, and we're gonna have to modify the layout of the factory a bit to include this, but it is very necessary because it would ensure that the quality is good. So we're gonna buy this. It cost us 3,000. I think what we're gonna have to do right now is that we have to push this back. So what I'm gonna do for now is I'm gonna stop the production. Since we're producing the new car and we're only producing this new car on a single slot, it's not very popular. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop the production, since we have a lot of the Duke 2 on the parking lot. I'm gonna stop the production on this one. Once this is finished, the Duke 2 is also not very popular. So let's check. Okay, so this one's popularity is going good. It's booming, and we're actually making more money than we did before. So this is actually good. Now we're gonna stop the production, and then we're gonna modify this one so that it would support the station, so like the testing station, and so that we have a good quality. And then we're gonna switch this to manufacture the Revolution, so that we will be making like a good quality Revolution, which is gonna be selling better. I think we have to improve the quality of the car, and we have to do this for every unit. And I think I have to introduce this car too as a replacement for the Duke 2. I think we're gonna name it Duke 1 after 3 after all, and we're gonna replace Duke 2 with it because it seems like the popularity of the Duke 2 is also going down. So since this is almost done, we are almost going to start modifying the line. So please someone take it to, okay, so you can see it's selling. All right, perfect. Now what we do is we're gonna remove this, unfortunately, and then what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna take a look. So it takes so it takes like two of the large squares, 4 of the small squares. So we're gonna go kind of here. So this is the first place, the second and third, and we're gonna put the station here. And the reason why we're putting the station here is because we're anticipating to add a last one here, if we like the paint station at the end. And then what we're gonna have is this quality insurance station. It costs 300, so it's not very expensive. And then we're gonna go back to the production. We can continue producing the Duke 2, but I think we're gonna go back to the Revolution, and we're gonna start making the Revolution. Here we have an order. One of the orders is, so none of the orders is for that. It got deleted. So we're gonna create a new one. All right. So we're gonna place the order, and this car is now going to be. Oh man, the Duke is not selling anymore. I think I'm gonna pause production on it as well, so that it's not. So we're gonna stop production on it, and we're gonna produce a single car for now. Since we're tanking, we're really tanking hard. Maybe I make it a little less expensive so it sells. I think 100% is too much. We'll go back to 90 on this, since we're not selling. So increasing the quality of this car, we're gonna have to launch the line in order for it to make cars. So we're gonna be making a better quality car, which I hope is going to sell better because it has higher quality. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the tools and the bench for quicker and better quality production as well. Cool. Okay, let's work on this. This is going to be the Duke 3, and it's going to replace Duke 2 in production line, and we're gonna start researching. I think this one is the only option we have, so we're we're gonna go with it. Alright, so we have 5,000 and we gotta sell all of these cars. They are not good cars and we gotta sell them. Come on, come on. We have a full parking lot of cars and we're gonna need to pivot very quickly. We're gonna need to introduce new cars with high quality, with high standard quality production very quickly if we don't want to lose the market. Okay, so this is the first. I think this is the first good quality car, which means that we're producing less cars per month. Yeah, but they sell good, which is better. Good, so we're up to 8,000 again. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add kind of like quality of life to the employees, and I'm gonna give them a couple of chairs because they deserve some chairs to sit on. So I'm gonna give them like, let's say 3 chairs, and we're gonna give them kind of like a mechanic shelf as well. We're gonna give them 2 shelves. How about that? So now they can rest, and that should improve their, you know, their morale, and that should improve their productivity. Cool. Now let's go to let's go back to our production line, and we're gonna have to pause. So this one is paused, right? This one is paused. Cool. So we're gonna improve this one as well. So we go into modification. We're gonna remove this guy, and then we're gonna build another station, and it's gonna be here, and then we're gonna connect this station here, and then we're gonna add a control station, quality control. I don't know. I can only delete this, I think. Alright, so we're gonna delete those 2, and then we're gonna make one here and one here. And now we can go back and start, like, restart the production on this. Now, of course, it's not connected anymore, so we need to make the order. And so what I'm gonna do, since we're producing, okay, so we're actually producing a high quality Duke. So we're gonna stop the low quality one. And next, and then we're gonna introduce a new car. And since we're selling now more. Oh, so we increased our sales. Oh, cool. Since we have dropped the price to 90, we have increased the sales of this car very quickly. Ah, good. Cool. So now we're making higher production cars. We're making higher production cars, which is awesome. Higher quality, I mean. And we're selling better, I think. We've become more profitable. And since we are profitable, what I'm going to do is, okay, so this is a repair workshop, which is very expensive. And then there is the paint shop, which is less expensive. So now we can make more colors. We have more color options. And that's what we're gonna do here. So we have 9,000, and now we can add a painting station here and a painting station here. And now what we can do is go here and produce a yellow version. I think orange and yellow is very close. Let's do a black version. How about that? And for the Duke, I think we have green, and we can produce also a blue version. So we have the green version and the blue version. Even though I think it's going to be discontinued, this one, in favor of the Duke 3. But it's selling more since we have dropped the price to 90%. Well, we can try and increase our advertisement effort. It costs 2,500, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll bite the bullet. We'll do it. Let's go posters. All right. Cool. So this is done, and we can do the modification on this as well. I think we can afford it. So let's go, and let's say we want it to be here, the production line, and we want it to connect here, add a check-in station. Let's go. That's right. Not enough space. Oh no. Alright, let's remove this guy. A check station. And oh, not enough space. Am I dumb or what? Let's remove this guy. Let's remove this guy. Hopefully I'm not losing money on that. Here. And then a check station. And then a painting station. I lost a bit of money on that stunt, but at least now it's good. Alright. So, since I don't want to be producing more Duke 2 cars, I want to introduce the new car. Maybe we start producing the new car. Oh, this actually looks good in black, dude. All right. Maybe do we do that? Do we phase out the Duke 2? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop the production on this one. I'm gonna switch this to the Revolution. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. Start producing the Revolution. Go to the pallets. Make the order. And make a yellow Revolution. I think I said yellow was not a good color, but then I saw the black. I think yellow and black is good colors. All right. So now we can actually introduce a new car in this lane once we can improve it. But we're producing less cars, by the way, so we can actually maybe produce more of the same car. I think we'll have to see. But our car quality have improved significantly, and I guess we're selling more now. Let's check the popularity of this car, and it's 1.4. It's better than 1.2, which it was at before. Both cars are 1.4. I don't know, is this like my popularity? Or is it the car popularity? It's 1.4 for both cars. Well, I guess. Okay. Since we have 7,000, we want to introduce this, not this one, but the black one. So I guess I'm gonna have to buy a new slot. It costs 2,000. Are we ready to make 3 cars? I really am not sure. Yeah, what the hell, let's do it. Let's make 3 cars. Let's expand and let's make 3 cars. Alright, so we will add a selling zone, another one. We will start selling not the Spider, but the Duke 3, because it has to be introduced. We're gonna set its price to... Oh, we make like a good bit of money on this. I think 90% would make us money. I think it would be popular. Alright, so we keep it at 90%. I think it's cool enough. Let's go and say we want them all to be active, so to increase the popularity of the car. And then we'll make this, we're gonna scrap that plan. And then we're gonna go in modification and we're gonna remove that guy. I also didn't add any quality improvement tools. to this. Let's add 2 to each side. I'm not sure they help any, but we added 2. Alright, so it's gonna be here, then a testing station, and then a painting station. I think this is a full factory now. Alright, cool. I'm gonna need to add tools for quality improvement. We gotta have to watch the money because we went a bit low on the money. Alright, let's start producing our car. The Duke 3, ladies and gentlemen. Car blueprint not selected. Okay, gate is missing end in the conveyor. Oh, okay, fine. I guess this is not connected. What's going on? No, man. What's going on? Do I have to do it again? Oh man. I think I gotta do it again. We gotta lose money on this again. Is this better? Yeah. It's okay, we're making that money back. So we're gonna add two of these. Alright, I hope 2 makes any difference, I don't know, maybe 1 is enough, but... Alright, let's try and reset the view, and we'll be producing the Duke 3, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, good, let's start production. I don't know if we have enough pallets anymore. Yeah, I think we don't want this pallet thing to be kind of like the new bottleneck. I don't think, yeah, I don't want it to be the new bottleneck. So let's add a new pallet space. Let's add like here, kind of like here in the middle. Something like that. And let's make like, we'll get the larger pallets. Is this the one? Yeah. Ooh, we're very low on money. Okay, that's terrible. We're gonna have to wait a bit since we're low on money. We haven't had this car released yet. Is this the yellow one? Yeah. Well, it looks fine, I guess. It's not cool as I thought it would be. All right, I'm gonna make it yellow. So this is the black one, and this is the yellow one. We're gonna make it red. How about that? Let's see the red. Let's see the red one. Yeah, we're dangerously low on money, I feel. Though we're very popular, we are dangerously low on money. Let's check our profitability and see. We haven't been profitable for the couple 3 months. And that's because we're buying tools and parts, I guess. Yeah. Well, what do you gotta do? I think it's because we are working on these cars and we're producing cars far slower than before because now we have all of these steps. I gotta release this car, and since we're doing all of these steps, but we're actually far lower than the demand is, and so we're making less money. I think it takes us a month to make a car of each model, at least the ones where we have only one pipeline working. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to leave it here at this point, this episode. If you like what you see, if you enjoy watching this, please like and subscribe so you can, tell me that it's worthwhile for me to keep doing this. And if you didn't enjoy it, then well, fair enough, I guess. And hopefully, I see you next time with a different episode. Thank you for watching, and yeah, hit that like and subscribe buttons. Smash them hard. Alright, see ya.